Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. I hope you're doing well today. Today, I have my last of the many videos I've uploaded today for my 2-year anniversary of the Goosebumps channel I have here, Michael GoosebumpsFan. Anyway, I have a TV episode review for you for a book that I just uploaded a review for about an hour or two ago. I was not a fan of the book at all. This is Season 2, Episode 1, Be Careful What You Wish For, and I watched it on this Goosebumps bootleg thing I constantly show you guys that I bought by accident a while back on eBay. It's nice to have the whole series, though. Here in the U.S., I don't know if you guys know this or not, who are not U.S., but we do not have a whole box set of the series. I made a whole rant video a while back on that. Anyway, my wife and I sat down and we watched this. She has not really read any Goosebumps books. She's not read any, as a matter of fact. She's seen a few, like a handful of episodes with me. Some have scared her to death, like Haunted Mask Part 1, Part 2. That was really terrifying. She really was creeped out by that. She enjoys and respects Goosebumps. She's more of a Nancy Drew fan, and that's pretty cool. I like Nancy Drew when I've read of it. Be careful what you wish for. This episode is, again, Season 2, Episode 1. It premiered on August 10th, 1996. It's only a one-part episode. It's 21 minutes long, and it is just as bad, if not worse, than the book. It's just, I'm not a fan of the book. I think it is so boring and so slow. I talked about that in my review. I won't get into that too much. There's quite a few changes, as a matter of fact, which I was kind of hoping would be for the best, but it was not. The director for this particular episode is Rene Bonnier. I don't know how to say that name, but he is also the director of the You Can't Scare Me episode, which was one of the worst, in my opinion. I think I gave that particular episode like a 3 out of 5, because it had some humor aspects that were kind of okay, but it was mostly watchable, but kind of not good. It makes perfect sense to me that Rene Benoit, not to be insulting or rude, but it makes perfect sense to me that he directed this. Because the same problems that are in You Can't Scare Me are here too. It feels like somebody trying too hard. You know, William Fruit, or Fruit, whatever his name is, and Timothy Bond directed a lot of the best, most well-known, most memorable episodes of Goosebumps. They had some of the most high-budget episodes. Or either one, I would say, possibly they split all the best ones between those two guys. And then you have people like this guy come in and kind of fill in certain aspects and do certain ones. And this is just, it's bad. It's one of the worst Goosebumps episodes, in my opinion, from the original TV show from the 90s. It's just, it doesn't work well. For anybody who hasn't seen this episode, essentially it's about a girl named Sam Bird. A lot of people make fun of her because she's the tallest girl in her, I think it's 7th grade class? Whatever she is. She plays basketball. She has no real personality. She's kind of klutzy, you know, always dropping stuff, always falling down. Very clumsy girl. And a lot of people make fun of her because of her height, like I said. The thing is, I thought it was interesting they at least made the effort to have her be the tallest girl on the basketball team at her school. That was kind of a cool little twist that we could see. At least in most shots that we saw, I don't think I saw anybody that was taller than her in the background kind of stooping down or anything. But that was a neat little thing they actually pulled through. I think a lot of the time Goosebumps would have messed up on that and not done it right. Interestingly enough, the girl that plays Sam Bird in this, Melody Johnson, very pretty girl, she actually was in Jason X. And that was kind of odd to see her in this. I know that she was in Jason X in the particular role she played in Jason X. Anyway, so this is not great. It's a monkey's paw story. And if you don't know what that means, essentially it's person gets 3 wishes, the 3 wishes go bad every wish. When they wish something, it's kind of turned on its head, and it does something to either harm them or harm somebody around them. It does more than what they actually wished for. For example, her first wish, after she kind of helps a lady named Clarissa, who is a woman who has a crystal ball in the book and does not have one here. Essentially, our main character has a random necklace around her neck that this woman uses to, I guess, grant the wishes. Anyway, Clarissa's actor is very good. Or actress, excuse me. What's her name? Ellen Ray Hennessy. I actually think she was very good. One of the things about that book that I didn't like is that Clarissa, the witch, gypsy, crystal gazer, whatever she is, she's not a gypsy here. I know in the book they said she had a shawl. I don't think she had a shawl on in this book. A shawl, I thought, was wrapped around your head. I thought that's what it was. I don't know. That's not what she's having here. It's like one of those weird little things like what Clark wears in Christmas Vacation when he's in the attic and cold and trying to find stuff to put on to warm up. It's like that thing, the big blue hat he puts on, or whatever color it was. I think it was blue. Or turquoise, whatever. The Clarissa actress is very good. Very, very good. She's trying her best to add some personality to this role that's really just not there. One of the things I love is that she has really long nails, and when she's, like, processing a wish that Sam is giving to her, she, like, moves her fingers like this. Like, yeah, give me that wish magic. You know, it's real weird. But it adds something to this. I think the actress actually brought more to this role than what was on paper or in the book for that matter, so that was pretty nice. Congrats to her. She's like the only thing that's watchable in this whole episode. So basically, when she has Sam escort her to the location of the address that she needed to find, which Sam went out of her way to help a stranger, so this woman, oddly enough, she's different from how she is in the book. This Clarissa is very cynical and kind of rude, you know? But she's also, like, very sneaky. The way she says certain things, everybody on the planet would be very suspicious about her. The Clarissa in the book, I don't think she comes across like that. To me, she comes across as a woman who's just an old lady who wants some help, a little crazy, willing to stand in the road in the middle of traffic and let cars almost hit her, just to scare them. A little crazy, but she's not mean to Sam, you know? Just wishes go bad. It's almost like she wants to teach that character a lesson. In this episode, it's not like that. It's like she just deliberately wants to do bad things to people. So she just finds somebody and grants them 3 wishes. In this case, she grants Sam 3 wishes. And every time she grants a wish, like I said, in a monkey's paw case, the wishes go bad. You might wish to be admired by everybody, and you might have... You might turn into something everybody looks at that you don't like. The buzz-off scene was an interesting twist, and I actually like that that was kind of creative, how that was done. Very interesting twist on the whole idea from the book. That was not in the book, that buzz-off scene. I thought that was pretty neat. Some of the other actors and actresses, the girl who plays Judith, who's the main bully in the book, she is in this like she's supposed to be. She is not as memorable. In the book, she's nagging, and she's such a hag. I can't stand that kid. I forgot to mention more in my book review about how much I couldn't stand Judith. She was so awful and just cruel and mean and obnoxious, always running her mouth. In this episode, she's just kind of weird and kind of in the background for like the first half of the 20-minute episode. So like 10 minutes in, you finally get more emphasis on this is a mean-spirited little girl. This is not the episode to start off your second season of your show with. After the first season was so good and the whole show was in such a big commotion of popularity, it was probably not the best place to start it off. I honestly think maybe some of the episodes like this and You Can't Scare Me probably contributed to the death of Goosebumps over time, before Harry Potter came around. And kids were looking for something new to admire and enjoy. And the whole world just obsessed over Harry Potter when that became a thing. Let's see, what else was some twists and changed? Of course, this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to talk too much about the ending. The ending is changed, for sure. There's also the little kid that plays Corey. I didn't mention Corey, the best friend of Sam, in the book. In the book, he's described as a very kind of handsome, suave kid. And in here, the kid looks like he's a drug addict. The whole time, he's always like sitting real like clustered in like this all the time. I hope nothing's wrong with him. I hope I'm not making fun of somebody who's disabled or something. I don't think he's disabled, but I hope that nothing is like a flaw on him or something that he has. But anyway, he always seems like he's on a drug or some sort. Like, he always seems like he's just kind of not friendly at all. He didn't seem like Corey from the book, so, you know, there's that. There are some cool things here and there. There's a thing involving flies that I enjoyed that part a lot. That's like the only thing in here. By the time the episode ended, I looked over at my wife, and she just had this look on her face, like like that kind of face. And I was like, so what'd you think? And she was like, that was weird. And I was like, as bad as what it was. This is, I would say, hands down, in the old original TV show, because I never know in the future if you guys will be watching this and we already got the new show, if it does come out. I don't think it will be, but if it does, when you hear about this one, I hope and pray that this is not one that they do as a filler episode in the future for a low-budget cost. It's not good. It is not good. It's not a story or a book worth trying to do a new version of, trying to update or adapt or anything. It's not worth it. It's just not good. It's not fun. And it's overdone. The whole monkey's paw storyline has been overdone 1,000 times. And this is a great example of that. This adaptation of a monkey's paw ripoff is a great example of another ripoff that just slowly sinks the bar more and more of why this is not good, and don't even bother doing this story anymore. I don't really know what else to say about this episode. I don't think there was really anything memorable about it. The music was obnoxious. They had like this music for when the players are playing basketball, and it like overcrowds the audio where you can't hear anything anybody's saying, but you're supposed to be able to. In the 90s, when TV sets and stuff were a little bit worse, I don't know how you would have heard anything these characters would have said with all the buzzing from the speakers and stuff. But I could hear it here okay on my bootleg DVD of the episode. But it was not good. It was not a good episode, not a good book. I don't recommend either unless you're a big Goosebumps collector or fanatic and you just want to read and watch everything. Other than that, it's not for you. don't bother. Do not bother. You will be pissed about wasting your time. However, I will say this. If you're on a big marathon of watching a lot of Goosebumps stuff, not really stopping to read the books and then read or then watch the episodes or whatever, if you're just kind of sitting down and you, for whatever reason, have a collection of a bunch of the episodes and you're just watching them straight through, just enjoying episode after episode, if you're doing that, this might not be as bad. It's a weird episode. There's some really bad execution on certain things. Really bad execution on certain things. Some really goofy stuff in this episode, too, involving the flies thing I talked about. If you don't like, like, low-budget, kind of crappy entertainment, like, I can enjoy that. If there's something fun there, I can enjoy it. If you aren't into that kind of thing, you're not going to like this episode. There's nothing here that's going to appeal to you. I don't know how in the world this has, like, a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't get it. That's some nostalgia voting right there is what that is. Or fanaticism voting is what that is. It does not deserve that at all. At all. You know? Anyway, when it comes to Be Careful What You Wish For, on this DVD bootleg set thing that I have, again, the book is not good. The episode is certainly not any better. It has its moments like the fly thing. I think that's pretty neat. I love the actress who played Clarissa. I think she added a lot of effort to this story. I wish she had her crystal ball. I guess they figured that was like a stereotype and they didn't want to insult psychics or something. Who cares if you offend the psychics? Anyway, maybe they just couldn't afford it. Maybe it wasn't in the budget to be able to buy a ball. You just could have went to Walmart and bought a clear ball and put it on like a stand, you know? You could have glued it to it. What were you thinking? Anyway, when it comes to Be Careful What You Wish For, the TV episode, Season 2, Episode 1, I'm going to give it like... There's some really bad stuff in here, but at least I got a grin every once in a while about the fly thing. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars. If I had no reaction whatsoever and did not like it, it probably would have been a lower rating than that. Probably would have been a 1. But I'm going to give it a 2. It had its moments, very much not many moments, but it had a couple of things that made me grin. Maybe one day if I ever do a commentary about the episode, watching it with you guys or something. Maybe if I ever do that, maybe I can talk some more about it and make fun of it with you guys and talk about the spoiler parts. I'm kind of thinking about doing that starting this year in 2021, but we'll see. Maybe I'll wait off until I finish reading all the books and reviewing them in the future. By next year or 2023, somewhere on there, God willing, if I'm alive that long and everything keeps going well with the channel and YouTube and stuff. If I'm alive that long and everything is going well, maybe we'll start doing commentaries towards the end of the channel just to have something different for you guys here on the channel. But even so, thank you guys for watching this long, rambly tangent. I just can't think of what to say about this episode. It was really bad. Really bad. Anyway, thank you for watching. What are your episodes on the book of Be Careful What You Wish For? What are your thoughts on the episode of Be Careful What You Wish For? Is this, for whatever reason, one of your favorites, and why? I would love to hear all that down below, too. Thank you for watching, folks. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys today, and goodbye.